By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Off play action. Waters. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, Waters. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Off the play fake. Winston. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now a give to Taylor, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Winston completing a quick throw out wide. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Robert Tonyan there to make the grab. And the Colts are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. And another timeout taken by the Colts. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The handoff, running left, Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Looking to throw. Waters. And a catch right side by Evans. A first down carry for Henry. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Waters on the screen. This is Evans. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Another completion there. And you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, you know, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top roll, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Waters. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Winston now. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. These two teams all tied after one. Second and 15. Now Winston. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On third down, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And that'll bring up fourth down on a big sack with a loss of 5. To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. Fielded just inside the 30. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Throwing after the interception. Waters flush to his right. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Following the interception, Winston. He'll buy some time right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Taylor. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston eluding the pressure right. And Winston lost the football. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the 1st down with his legs. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. 2nd and 16. Looking to throw. Waters. He dumps it off for Henry. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. A nice throw right there. And these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. They'll run on 1st down. Taylor, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Play action now. Winston. They'll roll him out right. He'll check this one down to Taylor. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They go play action. Winston out to his left. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Winston now from the 50. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Jameis to throw it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Winston. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jameis again. Looking left side, and it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Final play of the half here. Winston. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half. One
play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. The give to Taylor. Taylor's got the first down and more. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 97 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps. And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. On third down, here's Taylor. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense. I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was. Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Now Winston on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going. They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Operating from the gun, Waters. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They go play action here on first down. 20! And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans.
Well, if you pull up his college highlight reel, you will see no shortage of great throws, and here's one in his NFL debut for big yardage.
And this is going to be a big test early in his career. How accurate can he be on throws like this? If he keeps doing that, he's going to be just fine.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry punching it in from a yard away. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he returns this to the 22. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Yeah, Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people. Well, listen, when you got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
To throw, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 38-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
114 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Taylor. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Winston. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown, Colts. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL, I kind of expected to see these things. A few bumps along the way. Maybe not the plays you expect to see or want to see. But remember, he's not going to the Hall of Fame off this first start. It's going to be an accumulation of games.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. turnover that just got him the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 128 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A big connection on that one. 36 yards. On 1st down, it's Taylor. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Three yards remain for 2nd down. Winston. This to Hines on the drop-off.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They'll run on 1st down. Taylor. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated in. And now here is another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. To throw again on 2nd down. Winston flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Blankenship. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On third down, Waters. A check down here for Henry. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe, because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Man over the middle, and it's complete. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Back to throw. Waters. Dancing to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Winston here to throw. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
First throw now for the backup Wentz. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Indianapolis, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road.